Welcome back to Honkai Star Rail. I'm partially ready to actually do this. Let me actually get the timer going. So, in just about like 4 days, we're going to have version 2.0, which means new area, which means I need to hurry up and finish this. I'm very close to the end.
Thank you both for coming!
No problem. We were in the area anyway. What did you want to discuss with us?
Director Topaz sent me to handle the Topaz support squad situation and the problems caused by the Ether Spirit. I've been told that the Ether Spirit is with you, so I thought it'd be good to have a chat with you about them.
Care to elaborate? Actually, no. If you want to take Trotter Ward, you'll have to speak to the bat first.
No, you've got the wrong idea. Please, just let me explain.
How did you get out again?
As I suspected, this is the Ether Spirit that Director Topaz spoke of. It's like this. This Ether Spirit was a museum piece held on Herta Space Station, which was later snatched by Topaz's support squad. To be precise, they actually belonged to Asta, the station's lead researcher.
Huh.
Initially, Director Topaz refrained from commenting on the support squad situation, but their actions undoubtedly created a predicament for the director. As a result, she ordered the squad to disband, but also ordered them to return the stolen Ether Spirit to its owner first. And that's pretty much the whole story. I'm sure you've noticed too. This Ether Spirit is unlike the others. They have their own unique personality, a mind of their own, you could say, which makes them very distinctive. It's precisely due to this fact that they escaped before they could be returned to the space station. Interestingly, they somehow managed to grab an ether coin during the escape. The coin wound up in Belobog and was found by a young boy from the underworld. This clue was then subsequently uncovered by the members of the support squad, and this is where fate brought you and the Ether Spirit together.
Asta is a collector?
Is that really the main takeaway from all this? So, why do they have their own personality?
Actually, the personality was a mistake made by the Ethereum Wars project team. While it's true that all Ether Spirit data is uploaded by players, the project team fine-tunes this data to ensure that each Ether Spirit follows player commands. However, this Warp Trotter somehow managed to bypass this process, meaning they were directly uploaded to the game server with all their personality traits still intact. Perhaps that's what drew Miss Asta to them, and why she decided to add them to her Ether Coin collection.
Give me a second to wrap my head around all of this. Let me get this straight. You're saying they're just like all other Ether Spirits, a replica of a real-life creature, and the reason for its unique personality is because of an oversight by the game's project team?
In any case, Director Topaz asked me to make sure Topaz's support squad returns this Ether Spirit to Herta Space Station. That's why I specifically invited the two of you here, to make this request. I'm just hoping you two are willing to hand over the Ether Coin and Ether Spirit. Once we have them, we'll make sure they get to Miss Asta safe and sound.
We can just give them back to Asta ourselves.
I promise, after the last slip-up, there won't be any more mishaps. You can be sure of that.
We are literally best friends of Asta. We can give this thing back anytime.
I'm really torn. But I suppose returning them back to Asta is the right thing to do. I just can't help but feel a little attached, even if they are only an Ether Spirit. What do you think, huh? What should we do?
Aw, looks like this Ether Spirit has grown quite fond of you both. How about this? You both press on. Take them along with you and go claim the championship. As for Director Topaz and Miss Asta, I'll explain the situation to them.
Are you sure that's all right?
Leave it to me. But remember, this is only a temporary solution. You'll have to make a decision eventually. I'm hoping this will give you enough time to have a think.
Thank you so much, Mr. Wilder. We'll cherish every moment. I was so close to bursting into tears. That would have been embarrassing.
It's alright, I know the feeling.
Thank you. Let's call it a day, shall we? And since we're in Belobog, it means another night at the Goethe Hotel. Tomorrow we'll set out for the final stop, the Great Mine Victory Zone. Oh, the championship is so close I can almost feel it. Huh. I can't shake the feeling that we missed something today. Maybe I'm just overthinking.
And the only thing that I'm hoping is that I can actually get the rest of this done tonight. But I've got myself a pretty big headache trying to come on. And I can finish this tomorrow, which I probably might end up doing. I don't think I'll get it all done tonight. But all I gotta do is get the rest of this done, and I am all set and ready for the next update.
How'd you sleep? Today marks the end of our Victory Zone journey. We'll need all the energy we can get.
Slept like a log.
Great! Let's do this. Great Mine, here we come.
It's not very much for me to talk about while doing this, and there's not much for me to really comment on while doing this, because I'll be honest, the gameplay for this just gets unnecessarily difficult in some places.
The Great Mine's just down here. The IPC should have the venue all sorted by now. Ready?
Let's
Alright
go.
then. Let's go get our ticket to the championship.
I mean, I was kind of reluctant to even continue this anyway because of how difficult the fucking boss can be. But I think what I really need to do is just get to the end of this thing. I just have to get to the end of this, complete this area. I should finish this completely, but this is the last one that gives Stellar Jades, which is much more important. So it's like, you know, just get to the end of this thing, and, you know, there you go.
The Great Mine's just down here. Ready? Alright then.
Oh, I was supposed to, right. Oh boy.
Isn't that Topaz's support squad?
Oh boy. This again?
Just as expected.
Is that right? Just as you expected? Hang on. I'm getting text messages during this, and I really don't want to be talking.
We knew you'd turn up here sooner or later. Come to challenge the final championship contender?
I knew we missed something yesterday. Turns out I was right. We forgot to teach you guys a lesson.
Oh, it's all your fault making us look bad in front of the director. But since you're here,
We'll be taking back what's ours.
It's your own fault for losing them in the first place.
Yeah, we're not the ones to blame. Did you think we were gonna just hand them over willingly? Also, does Miss Topaz even approve of your so-called support squad?
ugh. Well, since you asked so nicely,
But don't think we'll be taking it easy on you.
Yikes. Enough already. Don't make a spectacle.
that sounds like...
Director Topaz!
Making a mess wherever you go. I should have disbanded the support squad months ago.
The Director Topaz, we're sorry.
We messed up!
If apologies were enough, there'd be no need for a talent motivation department, would there? I received a report about your misdeeds. I may have to include the results in your performance reviews.
No.
That's for you two. Wilder has informed me of your situation with the Ether Spirit. I've spoken to Miss Asta. She proposed that the two of you should decide what to do with the Ether Spirit. Her only requirement is that you keep her updated.
We'll give it a lot of careful consideration.
So it's up to us? But Miss Asta is their owner.
You should take this opportunity to enjoy the rest of the tournament. No need to rush to a decision now.
Oh, looks like they think so too. Miss Topaz, what brings you here? Do you also play Ethereum Wars?
Correct, but I haven't come here to challenge a championship contender. As the title holder of last year's championship, I've earned a place in this year's final. But my visit here today is purely to discuss matters with the event sponsor. There's been a lot of buzz lately about an elite player who's been making waves in the gaming community. I want to discuss the situation with Mr. Giovanni.
Can you reveal the true identity of the elite player?
Now that I think of it, Mr. Giovanni mentioned that the previous tournament champion was defeated by the elite player.
It's embarrassing to admit, but I did face off against that player. Unfortunately, I didn't quite measure up.
So, who exactly is this elite player?
I'm afraid I can't reveal that. Mr. Giovanni specifically reminded me to keep some surprises in store for you.
I suppose being the sole sponsor means you can just do whatever you want.
Seriously, these financially fortunate types are starting to get on my nerves.
Hey, don't lose heart. I'm rooting for you all the way. As a fellow player, I can still give you some good advice, like how the mechanisms in this victory zone work, for example. Take a look. Simply follow this path, and you'll eventually bump into the guide for this victory zone.
What? Oh, I guess it's gonna be follow them,
If you
but
need
then
any
you're have to...
information, your best bet is to talk to the guide. Unfortunately, I've got a few other matters to attend to right now, but I wish you both the best of luck.
I feel like I already know how this is gonna go.
The guide Miss Topaz mentioned could have important information for us.
This might be
go
no
find
different
him.
than... This really might not be any different than following the robots normally. And then having to fight an enemy because they ran into a robot. Or I mean, you know what I mean.
Is this the guide?
Boop, boop, boop. Player credentials validated. Hello, hello. Welcome to the Great Mind Victory Zone.
Can you tell us what we need to do?
Hello, hello. I'm happy to assist. Allow me to introduce the puzzles for the Great Mind Victory Zone. A group of unidentified IPC workers, who call themselves the Topaz Support Squad, have taken over the Victory Zone, causing numerous problems for players. You must operate automaton spiders to trigger an explosion in their vicinity and disperse these disruptive people.
You know, if you wanted me to kill them, you should have just said so.
Please be aware that if you approach the targets head-on, they are highly likely to cause damage to the automaton spiders. Thus, it is imperative that you detonate the automaton spiders behind your targets. To clarify, the explosion is purely optical and poses no physical threat.
What does Director Topaz think about us having to take on her support squad?
In response to your question, I am currently retrieving the relevant audio recording.
You guys have caused me nothing but trouble. It's time for you to make amends by proving yourselves in the victory zone!
So it was all an act.
Sometimes you just have to laugh at the absurdity of it all.
This concludes instructions. If you are ready, please follow me to the first detonation location.
Hey, the guide is on the move. Let's keep up.
Man, what the hell?
That support squad member is directly facing us. We must find a way of moving around him without being seen. Please, follow me.
Yeah, you know what? What if I don't want to do this, you know? Hmm.
Multiple dispersible targets detected ahead. Granting operation access to Automaton Spider. Access granted. Please take control of the Automaton Spider and trigger an explosion to disperse the disruptive workers. Warning: if you approach the targets head-on, they are highly likely to cause damage to the Automaton Spiders. Thus, it is imperative that you detonate the Automaton Spiders behind your targets.
Okay. I wonder if you say that's all of them.
Task completion. Satisfactory. Maintain forward progression.
Sounds like we did it. Let's press on.
Oh. Always end up doing something wrong around here, don't I? I can really see me not having any more, like, previously or coming up sections for these videos until the next
Task
update, because
completion.
what's going to be very, you know, special during the rest of
Maintain
this
forward progression.
event. I'm really just doing
Sounds
this
like
for the freaking Stellar Jades now, because I'll have like 80 pulls for Black Swan and Sparkle, if I want to pull for Black Swan, that is. I might do like maybe 40 pulls to see about getting Black Swan, and then use the rest for Sparkle, but then again, I really want to get Archon or Archeon after Sparkle, so I'll probably make my decision on getting Black Swan at like the end of, near the end of her banner.
Just give it up!
I finally found a player. Quick, I have to go and do my homework soon. Don't turn autoplay on. That is not the way to go. Oh, crap.
Just give it up!
Damn, bro. He really is a Chinese kid, ain't he?
Multiple dispersible targets detected ahead. Granting operation access to Automaton Spider. Access granted. Please take control of the Automaton Spider and trigger an explosion to disperse the disruptive workers. Be aware, Automaton Spiders may only be used once. Trigger explosions when targets are grouped closely together.
Gotcha. Easy peasy.
Task completion. Satisfactory. Maintain forward progression.
I...
Just give it up!
Yeah, I got my team figured out, man. Like, my team's figured out. No, I'm not gonna use the spider. I'm not gonna use that thing. That thing's gonna blow up and it's gonna be useless. I ain't gonna chance it.
Multiple targets detected ahead. Granting operation access to Automaton Spider. Access granted. Please take control of the Automaton Spider and trigger an explosion to disperse the disruptive workers. Be aware. Automaton Spiders may...
I think I get it. You're just saying the same shit. With how difficult this was at the start, I gotta be honest, like, after Victory Zone 2, it kinda did kill my enjoyment a little bit, to be honest with you.
Be detected.
Task completion. Satisfactory. Maintain forward progression.
I think I'm starting to get the hang of this.
Someone is there. I mean, look at how easy and simple this stuff is, man. I could put it on autoplay, but then knowing how autoplay goes is just gonna do the dumb option and make this take longer than it needs to.
Just give it up!
Set yourself up for that. Take that. Don't rush off, come and look at my atomic. See, that's a more Pokemon line right there. Most random thing they can tell you is just, hey, come look at my stuff.
Just give it up! Just give it
Very ow.
Just give it up!
Uh-huh. After using their ultimate, the warrior restores a massive amount of HP. Ooh, that's pretty good, actually. But does anybody need that? After attacking... higher HP... Increase attack... Increase attack... When the warrior attacks a debuffed enemy, removes all debuffs, removes a debuff from an ally, which is good. Nah, I mean, that thing is good, but I got good stuff. Been a long day. Let's see. I want to look at my enemies. Okay, they're supposed to be... No, they're not going to be weak to me. Who am I in control right now? Okay, good choice.
Just give it up!
Damn. You just really gotta be hitting the wrong ones, huh? You just really gotta hit the wrong ones. Bro. You're kidding. Someone's dead.
Just give it up!
Wow, they made the absolute worst decision? Who did you just... Why would you put it on that guy? That's the worst one to put it on.
Just give it up!
Save mode. Greatly reduce attack. Oh, okay. Well, it seems that's the end of the episode, so thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one where I, well, you know, keep making progress here, get to the boss, and probably get stuck like that.